are now live.
Okay. So I'm Martina, and this is Updog Body Studio, and we're gonna do a nice flow today. This is Stephanie, she's gonna model. So we're gonna start in child's pose, and you can just make a pillow with your hands and make it comfortable. Or you can rest your forehead on the mat, of course. And if child's pose is not a good position for you, you can also lie on your belly and do the same thing. Rest your forehead on your arms. And let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. And do that 2 more times. So we're going to do quite a straightforward flow today where you don't have to think so much. It's going to be quite familiar poses. And from here, find your breath in and out through the nose and start to lengthen the breath. Place the breath a little bit back in the throat. And let your breath move to the back body, the shoulder blades, and out to the sides of the rib cage. And just really start to drop into your body, into this present moment. And from here, you can start to reach your arms forward. Place your hands shoulder width apart. And you can take a little look at your hands just to see what they're doing, and really press into the palms and lift the arms away from the mat. Let your sitting bones be heavy as you reach the sternum forward. And take one more breath here. And slowly come to sit up. You can sit in Virasana on a block or just on your knees, and you can face the camera. We're going to reach our right arm up and bend the elbow straight back, and then walk your other hand up the back. And if you can clasp, you grab a hold. Otherwise, you can just reach the fingertips towards each other. And then you're going to make little circles with your upper body. Yeah. And just make it feel nice. Opening up around the shoulders and the upper back. And one more circle. Then come back up. Take another full breath. Nice. And then make a big circle with your arms to take them the other way. So you reach your other arm up and your right hand walks up. So you can either just reach the fingertips towards each other or grab a hold. And then circle the other way. And stay with your breath. Very nice. And then come back up. Reach your arms apart. And now take your right elbow in front of your left. Bend the elbows. Come to Garudasana arms, eagle pose. And just lift the elbows a little bit. Breathe back in between your shoulder blades. Very nice. And reach your arms apart. And take the other arm on top. And do the same thing here. Lift the elbows, breathe back between your shoulder blades. Very nice. And then reach the arms apart. Take the hands down and come over to all four, hands and knees. And you're going to reach your right leg back, but you're going to tuck the toes under. Yeah. And as you do this, draw the buttock back to the heel and lift the belly up to the spine and reach your opposite arm forward. Get really steady here. And then lift the back toes just a tiny bit up. Yeah. So we want to create a lot of length in the back body and keep supporting our waist. So lifting the belly to the spine. Reach the crown of the head forward, so you can look a little bit down and push into my hand. And slowly come back down. Reach your left leg back and tuck the toes under. Draw the buttock to the heel, lift the side waist, and lengthen your opposite arm forward. And then lift the belly a little bit more. And then lift the back toes just a tiny bit. Look down and really let all four sides of the neck lengthen. Very nice. Push into the hand that's down. And slowly come back to all four. Step into plank pose, top of a push-up. And take a couple of breaths here. Push into your hands. Reach your heels back. And again, crown of the head forward. Very nice. Stay with your breath. One more breath. And keep your hands where they are and shift the hips up and back to downward facing dog. And take a moment to steady here. Firm your upper outer arms in as you press between your thumb and your index finger. And inhale, come back to plank pose. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. And do this a couple of times on your own. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Two more. Very nice. And next time you come to plank pose, shift a little bit forward, look a little bit forward, and lower with control all the way to the belly. And come into Sphinx pose on your forearms. So the elbows under the shoulders, hands in front. Reach your toes back and lift the chest up. Open the front body and pull your hands a little bit back. Then you're going to push into your forearms, lift the belly and the hips, so the knees stay. Kommer du ihåg? So you lift the belly and the hips. Yes, there you go. But you can keep the knees down. There you go. Then lower back down, come into Sphinx pose, reach the chest forward, inhale. Exhale, lift the belly and the hips. Yes, so you really work that core. And a couple of more. Reach the chest, exhale, lift everything up. One more time. Then next time you come down, take your hands a little bit back so they're under your elbows. Come into a low cobra. Push the tops of the feet down, buttock to the heels. Lengthen that lower back. Exhale, fold. One more breath here, then bend your knees, look forward, take a walk to your hands, and fold over your legs, Uttanasana, forward fold. Align your hips over the heels, and as you're in your forward fold, still lift through the thighs and press them a little bit back. And take your hands on your hips and slowly push the floor away, rise up. And be at the front of your mat. Find Tadasana, mountain pose. Close your eyes, take a couple of breaths in and out through the nose, and just start to tune in even more. So you can use this practice to really tune into yourself. Press through the feet, get really tall up through the top of the head, and reach the fingertips down. Then open your eyes and reach your arms up overhead and just stay for a couple of breaths. Try to really find your arms straight. Yes. Press into the feet as you lengthen. Then exhale, fold over your legs. Beautiful. Sun salutation A. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, step to plank pose. Shift forward and lower slowly to the belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, and hold it for extra breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're just going to add something in this first one. So look forward, step your right foot forward, come into crescent pose, a high lunge, reach your arms up. Then you're going to intertwine your hands behind you. If you can, reach the arms back. Really release the buttock a little bit down and lift your frontal hip points. Yes. Lift through the chest. Maybe look up. Then loose the clasp, and you're going to take one thumb in front of the other. Pull the arms apart so the shoulder really moves into the socket. Then only lift the arms as high as you can. Keep the arms straight. So they don't have to go so high. Very nice. Keep lifting those hip points. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back plank pose. Go directly to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And look forward, step your left leg forward, come into crescent pose, high lunge. And intertwine the hands the other way, behind you. Reach them back. Release the buttock and lift those frontal hip points. So you support around your lower back. And lift from the navel up to the sternum. Maybe look up. Very nice. And take the hands in front of you. Take the other thumb in front. Pull apart and reach the arms. Very nice. One more breath. Lift through the back ribs. Yes. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, reach the chest. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, reach the arms, come up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Take a breath. Inhale, reach the arms, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold with a lot of length. Inhale, reach the chest. Exhale, plank pose. Lower slowly, Vinyasa on your own. Take your time, no rush. Really reach through those toes in Cobra or Updog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Remind your thighs to lift and press them back. And bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Now you're going to do a couple on your own, Sun Salutation A. And I invite you to maybe close your eyes and really just tune in, listen to your breath. You can do it faster or slower. So a couple of Sun A's on your own. And just let yourself really enjoy it. Very nice. So also when we close our eyes, it's a little bit easier to listen inwards, tuning in. And we also feel more. We feel our body more, we feel our senses. And I also, for me, think that I get a little bit more softer in my practice. Very nice. And just keep going on your own. And see if you can really practice to engage every body part in every pose, but also in every transition. How can all of the body be included? And when we do that, we tend to feel a little bit lighter in our practice, like we're fully supported. Let's do one more on your own. And wherever you are, you can slowly make it to downward facing dog. And we'll gather there. So from down dog, you're gonna keep your hips parallel, but reach your right leg slowly back, toes point straight down. Very nice. Then draw your knee into the chest, shift forward, push the floor away, core plank. Lift that knee a little bit higher, round your back. Yes, look forward. So draw the knee in and step forward. Yes, come back into crescent pose, high lunge, reach your arms up. And keep your side body really tall as you bring your palms in front of your heart. Lean over your front leg, lift the side waist and twist to your right. If this is too much, you can always lower the back knee. Very nice. Widen across the shoulders, both front and back, and draw the shoulder blades down the back as you reach the top of the head forward. Lift the back thigh. And breathe into the sides of the rib cage. One more breath. And place your left hand on the inside of the foot and reach your right arm up to a simple twist. Yes. And try to keep that left shoulder a little bit open. It wants to fall in. Yes, open it to the left. Then come to the side of your back foot and step into Vashisthasana side plank. You can modify by placing the top foot in front, or if you want to make this a little bit harder, you can lift the top foot. Yes, press the heels back as you reach the crown of the head forward. Very nice. 2 more breaths. Then without a sound, see if you can come into plank pose and shift back to downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath, maybe sigh it out through the mouth. Very nice. And keeping your hips parallel, reach your left leg straight back. toes point down. Firm that right outer hip in. Then exhale, draw the knee into the chest, shift forward, press into your hands, lift the knee, round the back like you're in cat pose. Lift the knee a little bit higher, look forward and step forward. Whew. Maybe take the foot a little bit out if you need more width and come into a high lunge. Reach the arms. And keep the side body long as you bring the palms in front of the heart. Lean forward, lift the belly and twist to the left. And again, you can always modify by taking the back leg down, the back knee. Breathing into your rib cage, widening across your shoulders. Let the shoulder blades glide down the back as you reach the top of the head forward. So you're creating a lot of length around your neck and shoulders. Very nice. One more breath. Then place your right hand down, reach your left arm up, simple twist, and see if you can keep that right shoulder open to the right. Very nice. Distribute the weight through the palm and the fingers. Then come to the side of the back foot, step into Vashisthasana, side plank. You can modify or make it harder by lifting the top leg. Reach the heels back as you reach the top of the head forward. 2 more breaths. Then without a sound, come into plank pose. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath to recover. Then Vinyasa on your own, cobra or upward facing dog. With or without chaturanga. And from down dog, you're gonna take your feet together, bend your knees a lot, look forward, step or jump and come to seated. Come into Navasana boat pose. Yes. Your legs can be bent or straight. Shoulders a little bit back, lift through the chest. Inhale, exhale, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, Ardha. And keep going a couple of times. So if you're at home, you know, do as many as you want. We're going to do a couple because she's strong. Let's do 3 more. Good job. The next time you come up, you're going to cross your legs and really draw them in. Take your hands down. Push yourself forward. You can either step or jump back, plank pose. Vinyasa. Beautiful. Take a full breath in down dog when you get there. Whew. Then inhale to plank pose. Lower to the belly. You're going to come up on your forearms, but this time interlace the fingers. And find your elbows about under your shoulders. Tuck the toes and come to a forearm plank. Push the buttock back, draw the chest a little bit forward, then lift your right toes just a little bit. Yes, and breathe. Push into those forearms. And slowly lower and lift the left toes. Keep the legs straight. Yes, good job. And breathe. 1 more breath. You're strong. Good job. Lower the foot, come down, come into Sphinx pose. And just stretch it out, take a nice breath. Whew. Then walk your hands a little bit back, come into Cobra or upward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath. And step your feet together, bend your knees a lot, look forward, step or jump in between your hands. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, come up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Close your eyes, take a nice breath. And then inhale, Utkatasana chair pose for 5 breaths. Take the weight a little bit back, but from there, lift from the navel up to the sternum. Maybe look up and find those arms reaching. Maybe alongside the ears, maybe a little bit more forward. 2 more breaths. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the chest. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga, Vinyasa. Yes. And from down dog, look forward, step forward with your right foot and take it a little bit out to your right. Lower the back foot so you're a little bit wider than heel to heel. So lower the back heel, yes. Firm that right outer hip in and come up into warrior 1. Reach the arms up, bend into your front knee, and keep your back leg very straight. Then let's take the hands back to the buttock and just remind the buttock to release a little bit down, but keep your back leg straight. Then reach your arms back up again. So the body will go into a little bit of a back bend naturally, but we want to work against it a little bit. So front and back body sandwiches together, and you reach up and away from the hips. Very nice. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, plank pose, Vinyasa or down dog. So you can always skip the Vinyasa. And from down dog, step your left foot forward, take a little bit out to the left, and lower your back heel so you're a bit wider than heel to heel. Firm the left outer hip in and come into warrior 1. Then again, thumbs to the buttock. Just remind the buttock a little bit down, but keep your back leg straight. Then reach your arms back up. Front and back body sandwich together and lift up and away from the hips. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Maybe look up if you like that. Exhale, hands down, Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Nice deep breathing in and out through the nose. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, hold it. Chair pose. Take 1 more breath in chair pose. Then exhale, fold back down, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the chest. Exhale, step or jump back. Vinyasa. You guys are doing great. And step your right foot forward, warrior 1. This time we'll hold it a little bit shorter, but still really find the pose and take a full breath. Then when you're ready, exhale, Vinyasa or down dog. And step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Get steady, take a full breath, take your time. And when you feel ready, exhale, Vinyasa. And take some time in down dog and find your breath. In and out through the nose. Tuning in. How are we doing? Bra? Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump. Inhale, reach the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a couple of breaths. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the chest. Exhale, step or jump back, Vinyasa. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. So you can do this on your own, sun salutation, B, no rush. When you're ready, Vinyasa, other side. Warrior one. Vinyasa or down dog. And let's gather in down dog. And step your right foot forward. Lower the back foot heel to heel and come into warrior two this time. Yes. So if you're using a block, you can prepare it on the outside. Align your knee over your heel and hip behind. And reach that back leg straight. And again, release the buttock down and press up through the top of the head. Very nice. Then straighten your front leg, inhale. Exhale, shift that front hip back, come into Trikonasana. Draw the frontal hip points a little bit up as you reach the buttock back to the back heel. Yes. Let the arms widen. Draw the shoulders down the back and reach the neck very long. So also you can pick your gaze. It can go with the chest or up, as long as it feels good for the neck. Beautiful. One more breath. Then press yourself all the way up to standing. Rotate your toes forward. And rotate your right toes in, left leg open. So we're turning to the back room. Reach your arms apart. And exhale, bend your front knee. Come into warrior two. Align your knee over your heel, hip behind, and press that back thigh straight. Yes. One more breath. Then reach the front leg straight. Inhale, exhale, shift the front hip back, come into Trikonasana. Lift your frontal hip points a little bit, draw the buttock to the back heel. Reach those arms apart, glide the shoulder blades down the back and reach through the top of the head. So lengthen that neck and pick your gaze. One more breath. And press the floor away, slowly rise up, hands to the hips, turn your toes forward. Du kan vända dig om så slipper du. You can stay where you are. Press into your feet, get really tall, inhale and exhale, fold over your legs. Find your hands in between your feet, shoulder width apart. Yeah, the hands go forward. You can take them a little bit back between your legs. Then find Chaturanga arms, so elbows over the wrists and let the top of the head direct down towards the floor, even if it doesn't touch. So it's just a direction. Press a little bit through your hands and let the shoulders move away from the ears. Yes. Press into your feet and lift through your thighs and squeeze the outer hips together. Beautiful. You can let the head go a little bit more if you want. Yes. Du kan ta bak händerna lite om du vill också. One more breath. Then look forward, hands to the hips. push the floor away and rise up. And slowly step forward on your mat, come back. Hands in front of the heart, close your eyes, take a moment. Listen in, follow the breath. Enjoy your body. And feet together. Inhale for Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, reach the chest. Exhale, step or jump back, Vinyasa. And step your right foot forward for warrior one. And this time we're going to intertwine the hands behind us. Then fold a little bit forward, just halfway down. Get steady on your front foot and come into warrior three, balancing on your front leg. If it's too much for the arms, of course, you can skip them. Reach the heel back, lengthen the chest and the crown of the head forward. Lift your frontal hip points away from that front thigh, yes. Then loose the clasp and just reach the arms straight back. Take a big step back into warrior one, reach the arms up. Inhale, good job. Exhale, take your hands down, Vinyasa or down dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Interlace the hands the other way, reach them back. Take a nice deep breath. Now when you're ready, lean forward, get steady on that front foot and come into warrior three. Now release that right hip a little bit down towards parallel hips. Push the heel back and reach the chest and the crown of the head forward. Very nice. Stay in the pose, but just reach the arms straight back so you loose the clasp. One more breath. Then step back into warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, Vinyasa. And let's come into child's pose for a couple of breaths. Just let yourself soften here for a moment. Really relax your face, widen across the forehead. Relax your arms and shoulders. We're going to slowly come to sit up on your knees. And interlace the hands again. We're going to set up for dolphin pose. So first, just take your forearms down and find your elbows about under the shoulders. So just first stay here, press into the forearms and reach the chest a little bit forward. So you get some nice length there. Then press into your feet, lift your hips up. And you can be up on your toes here. Maybe walk it a little bit forward and keep lifting the hips. Let the head go. Yes, keep pushing into your forearms. Then with your hips parallel, reach your right leg straight back. Firm that left outer hip in. Yes. Take another breath. Slowly release it down and reach your left leg back. Lift from the inner thigh. Yes. Push into your forearms. And slowly release. Walk your feet back into a forearm plank. You guys are so strong, so I'm gonna push you a little bit, okay? One more breath here. And release down. Cobra or upward facing dog. Take a nice breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then step or jump to seated again. Come back to Navasana. Yeah, one last time, a little bit core. Inhale, exhale, Ardha Navasana. And keep going. Inhale, Navasana, exhale, Ardha. Couple more. Do as good as you can. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. And when you come up, cross the legs the other way, pull them in, take your hands in front of you, step or jump back. Vinyasa. Beautiful. And find your breath. Bend your knees a lot, look forward, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, reach the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, Tadasana, hands in front of the heart. Close your eyes. And then open your eyes and you can turn towards the camera and we'll practice Garudasana, eagle pose. So you're gonna first come into a little mini Utkatasana, then cross your right leg over your left. Either the foot is in the air or wrap it all the way around. Then reach your arms apart and cross your left arm over the right. So it's the opposite arm. Yes. Sit a little bit back in the heel and lift the elbows, but keep spreading across the collarbones. Yes, beautiful. Breathe. You guys are doing great. Get steady. Steady your gaze. Soften your face. One more breath. And reach the arms apart, lift the knee really high. And let's add a little twist here. Take your right hand to the knee and reach your right arm back. And lift the knee. Steady your standing foot and lift up through the rest of the body. Yes. So we're still on the right leg. Yes. Look forward and come down. Take a breath. Woo! Bend your knees a little bit, little mini Utkatasana, then left over the right, right arm over the left, so the opposite arm. Sit a little bit back into your heel, then lift the elbows. Breathe and widen a little bit across the collarbones, even if your arms are going in. Yes. One more breath. And then slowly release and lift the knee high. Take your right hand and reach your left arm back. Beautiful. Root into your standing foot and get really tall. Maybe look to your back hand. And then slowly look forward and set it back down. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of time to set up for an inversion if you want. Otherwise, we're going to do dolphin pose again. So who wants to do an inversion? It's going to be a headless headstand, so a forearm stand with our hands interlaced. So like we did dolphin, but we're going to kick up. Does anyone else want to come into the wall or no? Yeah. Yeah? So you can come here. Do you want to do dolphin? Okay. So we'll be quite close to the wall with the hands. So you interlace the hands. And then you're going to first start in dolphin pose. So your head is not going to touch. It's going to be lifted. So very important. And then you're going to maybe walk a little bit forward, lift the hips really high, maybe look forward, step 1 foot forward and kick up. Yes, then press into your forearms, flex your feet and push the heels up. Then try to sandwich the front and the back body and take the buttock up to the heels and breathe. Take a couple of breaths. Beautiful. So if you don't want to practice this, you just do dolphin pose and lift one leg up, and that's a great prep. And hold it however long you feel like. And if you feel really strong and steady here, you can actually just dip the hair down so you're coming into a headstand, but you're very light on the head. So only do this if you feel very steady here. Good job. So whenever you're ready, come down and come directly to child's pose so you keep your head down for a while. Beautiful. Just take a moment. So sometimes when we do inversions, we get a little bit strained around the neck, and I find that the best way is to just sit or lie for a while and not move around so much with the head. Just settle for a while. And usually the body has some time to release that tension. And whenever you feel ready, you can come back up. And if either you want to stay here or if you want to change how you have the mat, we're going to do a couple of back bends. Thank you for coming to the wall and playing. We'll start lying on the belly. Just take a moment, lie down, and you can reach your arms back. Now when you're ready, interlace the hands behind you. Reach the arms back, lift the chest and the head. Draw the buttock to the heels and lift the feet a little bit up. Shalabhasana. Breathe into your side. And release, let the arms rest down. Let one cheek come down. This is the moment where we don't want to get up again. It's so nice to lie on the belly. Let's do one more. So interlace the hands the other way. Reach them back, lift the chest and the head, and lift the feet. And stay a couple of breaths. Then if you want here, you can start to bend your knees and grab a hold of the ankles. Push the ankles into the hands, lift the chest, lift the knees, lengthen the lower back. Breathe into your chest. Dhanurasana. When you're ready, push yourself back to downward facing dog. And really and then slowly come down to your knees and lie on your back. We're going to practice bridge pose. Place your feet under your knees or a little bit forward, so they don't have to be directly under the knees. About hip width apart. And start by just reaching your fingertips on the floor forward so your shoulders draw down and widen across. And lift your hips and interlace the hands behind. So draw the knees straight forward, press into your inner foot, lengthen the buttock to the knees. One more breath. Then slowly release and lower down. Just take a moment. So either you're going to repeat bridge pose or we're going to set up for Urdhva Dhanurasana. And if you do that, take your hands over your shoulders and first come up to the top of the head and firm the elbows in over the wrists. Really take the shoulder into the socket and press straight up without moving back or forth. Yes. Lengthen the buttock to the knees. Release the inner thighs down. You can come up on your toes if that feels better. Very nice. One more breath. And when you come down, draw the chin in first and land to the back side of your shoulders. Don't come forward. And lower all the way down. Take a couple of breaths. We're going to do one last back bend. And this is when we don't feel like doing one more, but it's so nice. So either bridge pose or Urdhva Dhanurasana. One last pose that's a little bit more invigorating. Then we're going to start to wind down. Yes. When you're ready, chin to the chest, release the shoulders, just drop down and settle. Again, don't move around so much. Just settle and let the knees drop in if you like. Maybe let the hands rest on the belly. So it's really nice for both the body and the nervous system to take some time to settle after these big poses and not go straight into another pose. Very nice. And then you're going to roll over to one side and slowly come to sit up. And come into Dandasana, reaching your legs forward, flexing the feet. If you have a block or a blanket, you can always use that to sit up on. Yes. Then you're going to bend your right knee and pull it in. Reach your left arm up. Stay really tall and twist to the right. Either grab a hold of the knee or take the elbow on the outside. And take the other hand down or to your waist if you're sitting too high up. Look to the back shoulder. Keep lengthening both sides of the torso. And breathe. Maybe close your eyes. One more breath. Then look forward and come forward. Reach your legs forward and draw your left knee in. Reach your right arm up, get really tall and twist to the left. Grab a hold or take the elbow on the outside. And look to your back shoulder, maybe close your eyes here. Lengthen equally through the torso and drop the shoulders down. And slowly look forward. Reach the leg back forward, Dandasana, sit up. And then take your right leg in to tree pose, Janu Shirsasana. Reach your arms up, get really tall. And exhale, fold down, take one hand on each side of the leg. Then first, reach the chest a little bit forward one last time. And exhale, fold into the pose. And just start to let go. Soften your breath, soften your groins all around the hips. So don't think about pushing yourself forward. Just be exactly where you are. And very slowly come to sit up, reach the leg forward, Dandasana, get a little bit of length, and then bend your left leg in. Reach your arms up, get tall, inhale, exhale, fold. And one last time, reach the chest forward and exhale, relax down. Maybe close your eyes, start to settle in. Very slowly come back up, reach the legs forward. And then bend your knees and come into downward facing dog, and we'll do pigeon pose. So from down dog you can step your right leg forward and bend the knee. Yeah. Come into pigeon pose. If this is not a good pose for you, you can lie on your back and do thread the needle instead. And then maybe rest on your forearms. Might be nice to make a pillow for your head. And rest that area between your eyebrows, your third eye. And very slowly come up to your hands. Push yourself back to downward facing dog and step your left foot forward for pigeon pose. And settle in here, rest on your forearms. Maybe make a pillow for your forehead. So when we have a lot of worry or a lot of thoughts, it can be really nice to put pressure on this area between the eyebrows. It can be a block, it can be your hands, a bolster. And when you feel ready, come up to your hands and come into one last downward facing dog. Diamond, when I'm a little bit under some extra pressure or I feel worried, it's very nice to have the arms over the head. It's, to me, more of a surrendering feeling. So either you're going to stay in this position for your final rest, Shavasana, or if you would rather lie with your legs straight and your arms alongside, you can choose. Maybe take one last deep breath and exhale it out through the mouth. And just let yourself go as much as you can. Let everything get soft. And imagine that you're melting out on your mat. Very slowly take a deeper breath. Start to softly move your fingers and toes. And hug your knees into the chest. And reach your right arm overhead and lie over to your right side. Make a pillow with the arm. Very slowly come and find a comfortable seated position. You can use a block or a blanket. Oh, here. And when you're settled, you can close your eyes again. And just release your hands down. Just take a short moment to sit with yourself in stillness. And let yourself just be with whatever is right now without trying to change it or fix it or judge yourself. Just let yourself be. And let your hands gently meet in front of your heart, palms together. And we'll end by chanting one Om together. Inhale to begin. May we use this practice to support ourselves, support each other, and the people around us. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Also, you guys online. Thank you.